Hello, my name is Oksana. Today we are going to talk about space and space exploration. This is Amilingo.com, and now we are waiting for the students to come to today's class. Hello, Mary, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How was your day? Have you been busy today? What have you been doing?
A little. I went to the bank and bake bread and do some other stuff.
I understand. So, do you bake bread yourself?
Yes,
Do you often do it or not?
yes. Now I prefer not buy bread because oven bread were more tasty.
Tastier. I understand. So one day I have to try to bake the bread myself. Will you give me the recipe one day?
Okay.
What's your favorite one? White or rye bread, or maybe another one?
I prefer white bread.
Bread.
It's not difficult, absolutely.
Yes. My mother-in-law always does it, and I like it very much. One day I'll try to do it myself. Hello, Michael. How are you? Hello. How was your day? Have you been busy? What have you been doing? What's new in your life?
Like working day.
Ordinary day? Nothing special.
Ordinary working day.
I understand. What about the weather? Is it raining?
Yeah, now it's rain. I think it will be all night.
It will be raining for the whole night today.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. In Ternopil, we've got the same weather, and it is still raining and will be, I guess. Today we are going to talk about space. Mary, what do you think about space exploration?
About space, what?
Exploration.
Oh, I think it's very interesting because we didn't know many stuff about space and we only have many theory about how our world begin and what will happen in future.
When you were a kid, did you have a dream to become an astronaut?
Yes, I think yes.
And why?
I don't know. I all the time think that it's very great to see our Earth from in the space, on the space.
Yes, what about you, Michael? Did you have the same wishes when you were a child?
No, I don't remember, but I think no.
Okay. And Mary, would you like to go to the moon or travel into space?
I think yes, if I will possibility, I think
If I
I
have
will
the
be
possibility, I will.
I will glad
I will
to
be glad
visit.
to visit, to go there. What about you, Michael? Do you agree
About what?
about going into space, traveling to the moon and back, traveling into space to other
I
planet?
think it's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of people become astronauts?
What kind of people?
Yes,
Maybe with a good health. I don't know.
good health. Yes, good physical form. Yes, fit, perfectly fit. Do you agree, Mary?
Yes, I think it's very strong people.
To overcome
And
all the difficulties in this space, right?
yes, and very smart people because
Smart.
they must to know many stuff about spice trip, about something like that.
Yes, you're right. Would you like to experience zero gravity and weightlessness, Mary?
I think it's very difficult. No, it's maybe for easy for us, but I think all stars have gravity.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in some more biggest planet, the gravity lower than us, and I don't know. Oh no, it's bigger than us planet, but
Ours?
if in our planet, and I think it's very difficult to walk for this ground.
I understand, right. Michael, what about you? Would you like to experience zero gravity and weightlessness?
I don't think about this question, but no, it's not a point of interest. My point of interest.
I understand. Mary?
It's like I understand how it happened, but maybe it's something special, but not very. It's not very interesting for me.
Not very interesting for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mary,
For
what do
me,
you think?
all the time was interesting how astronauts take a shower. And once I I asked my teacher, and they explained me how it's made. So it's
What did she say?
maybe, the astronaut has special room, and this room has vacuum, and they have like a little drop around themselves.
Understand. So is it difficult for them? Is it uncomfortable? Or is it the same way as in here?
I think it's uncomfortable, but I think they get used to this.
To it. Yes. I saw a film once and there was a guide about how the life is going on in space. So the lives that our astronauts have and all the challenges of being there are described. So it was really very interesting. You can find it in the net on YouTube, and if you have the chance, you can have a look at it. It is in English, and it is interesting. So what do you think are the biggest challenges of being an astronaut, Mary?
I think it's zero gravity at first, and I think very difficult to be so in a very big distance for home, and I think sometimes it's very hard, and maybe radiation very difficult in space.
Yes, you're right.
And you see sun in another point and Earth in another point. So it's interesting, but I think difficult.
Yes, thank you. Michael, do you agree? So what are the biggest challenges that astronauts have to face in this space?
I don't know. Maybe when something works wrong and you will fly to another planet.
Yes, I understand. Mary, could you date or marry an astronaut?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's after 20 years. I don't know.
In 20 years' time. Okay, what about you, Michael?
What?
Could you date or marry an astronaut? A girl or a woman who is
Maybe
an
no.
astronaut?
I think no.
No, and why?
It's a risk.
Risky, dangerous profession.
Yeah.
A very dangerous profession. I understand. Okay, thank you. What do you think astronauts worry about? So what do you think astronauts worry about when they are in outer space? Mary?
I think about connection, about maybe some meteoroid, yes,
Meteorological conditions,
some rock in the space.
rocks in the space.
Yes, it's sometimes I think
Dangerous.
yes. And about how good works everything in spaceship.
Do you think it would get boring in space, Mary?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the time in the space more faster than in the air, because we have another gravitation and it depends on time, so like relatively low. So I think they time faster than us, and they not boring in this time.
It is not boring to be there, right? Michael, do you agree with Mary? That it is not boring to be in outer space.
Oksana, you need to start the question from me, because so sometimes I don't I maybe hear the question, and every time you ask, and what do you think about me? But I don't know what about we're talking. Yeah.
Yes, but this is the trick of a teacher, to catch you. Didn't you think about it? So I know that you are not following, not listening to, and when you listen to people,
I have something.
I know that you are busy, you have something else to do, so I understand, but still try to listen to the English language, because when you listen, you learn to comprehend, and you learn how to interact, and it is important. You can make your conclusion, but whatever. Let it be. Next time I'll start with you, I promise. So here is the handout for you. The new moon race. Can you open it?
Yes.
Good. Question number 1. Michael, which country was the first to launch a satellite into space?
Satellite?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe Soviet Union? No.
Soviet Union. Okay. Mary, do you agree?
Oh, I don't remember. Really? About satellite?
Yes, it was.
But maybe it's Soviet Union.
Should humans be spending money on space exploration, Mary?
I think yes. I yesterday I finished a book about space, and it's a fantasy book, and I think it can be very important in future.
So what was the book about? Can you share?
Oh, yes. It's, okay. How to say? I translate.
Yes.
It's a book called The Finish of Eternal. Yes.
Eternity.
Eternity.
Eternity is бесконечность, right?
Yes. Yes.
Eternal is бесконечный. It is adjective, right?
Okay, Eternity. The Finish of Eternity. This book was written by Isaac Asimov, and the book about how people some society can change time, and they do it for prevent some very big tragedies in the planet. So they all time change reality, but some people in the future decide that they not must do it, and because it was very long period of time, and they want to leave the planet and leave another planet, but other planet was busy.
Yes, or
planets was busy, so they decide to change time for our reality, and they decide to make other direction for people. They want the people start to develop space technology.
Space technologies.
Because it helps these people to leave Earth early than they do it in the future. It's interesting. It's not only about fantasy, it's society, something like that.
Yes, I agree. It's a very interesting book. I like fantasy as well, and some writers who wrote about fantasy in the past. In fact, they were writing prophecies for the future. They could predict the future, and for example, Jules Verne and the others, right?
Yes, Liam, very good writer.
Nowadays, we can see that the things they were dreaming about and the things that they thought were unreal at that time nowadays become a reality, and it is really fantastic to watch everything change nowadays. Do you agree?
Yes, sometimes little detail very funny, because in the book all people has perfect. I don't know how to say, so they have on TV or something like that. They read book for perfect because they and have something like that. Sometimes it's funny.
Yes, I agree. So do you think that it is possible to change reality?
If we can do, oh, I don't know how to say.
If we can?
To make speed more than light,
The speed of the light?
It's real, but now we don't have this equipment.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes people dream about traveling in space, and sometimes they think that our ancestors could do it better and faster than we can do now. Do you agree?
I think in one times in future we can do it, because
we will be able, right? We will be able to do it.
We will be able, because everything changes, and once we developing and do it.
Okay, so which country will be the next to land a man on the moon?
It can be US, but it's provocative question. Now it's many legend about it.
Yes, I understand. I know what you are talking about. So, what is the International Space Station, Michael? International Space Station, what is it?
What is it?
Yes.
So it's hard to say. Maybe it's. What do you mean? It's a space station which used by different countries like Russia and United States.
Yes, exactly. You're right. Thank you for your answer. Now let's read the text about new moon rays. Mary, you're welcome to start.
In the 1950s and 60s, the USA and Soviet Union had an intense rivalry. They both rivalry. They both want to be the first to explore space. During the space age, the USSR launched the first satellite. The USA answered by putting the first astronaut on the moon. 50 years later, a new space race began, gaining momentum. China, Japan, and India have joined Russia and US in a new space race to the moon. Which country do you think will put the next man on the moon? Some space analysts think it will be Chinese. Who walks on the moon next, rather than another astronaut from NASA. Space exploration and technology is extremely costly. Extremely costly. This modern race has less to do with science and more to do with funding. In some years, space exploration exploration has been an international effort. Space agents from five different nations joined together to build the maintain the International Space Station. Many people think space exploration should remain as a joint project.
As a joint project.
Project.
Yes.
Other things many should be spent on maintaining peace on Earth. Could the next World War take place on the Moon?
Yes, thank you. Good reading. What do you think about the last question? Could the next World War take place on the Moon?
I don't know. I don't know how to say. I wonder the war another than I see it's now, so I don't know what can be in future.
Yes, thank you. Good comprehension question number 1. Michael, which competition is mentioned at the beginning of the reading?
Which competition? It's like competition between countries who will be the first.
Yeah, right. So the rivalry between the USA and the USSR that took place during the space age is mentioned at the beginning of the reading. Yeah, right. Question number 2, Maria.
Which countries are taking part in the new race to the moon? 5 countries. It's US, Russia, and India, Japan, and China.
And
China.
Yes, thank you. Next question number 3, Maria. Welcome. What is takeonaut?
Takeonaut. I don't know what is takeonaut. Like astronaut, but
yes,
something else.
But from Chinese
language. But why takeonaut?
Their word for it, taken from the Chinese language.
Oh, okay.
We can find some more explanation of it.
It's something special because I just tried to translate it, and the definition is Chinese astronaut.
Takeonaut, Mandarin for astronaut. Yes.
We have another student.
Yes, I see. Hello, Tatiana. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, I'm okay. Where are you from, Tatiana?
Late.
It's okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Belarus.
Belarus?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Is this the first class at amilingo.com?
It's my second time here. I was here yesterday, and now I'm here too.
Yes, that's great. Today we are going to talk about space exploration. Do you think that space exploration is an important issue nowadays?
Sorry, is important or?
Is it important to explore space nowadays?
I think yes.
And why?
Space for me is very interesting because in future I want to fly to space. It's my dream.
Okay. Why do you think it is interesting to go to outer space? What would you like to see there?
I want to see another planets there. It's very interesting because we're here, and in space I think a lot of very interesting planets and very interesting things.
Yes. Do you believe in aliens, Tatiana?
Aliens?
UFO?
I don't know what is alien.
Yes, in UFO. Do you believe?
Aliens is like another.
Yes, living beings from the other planets. Or do you think that we are alone in space?
No, I think we are not alone.
Not alone.
No. No.
Mary, do you agree with Tatiana?
I think we alone.
Alone.
I am
Okay.
not believe in aliens.
You don't believe in them?
Mm-mm.
Not at all. Okay. Michael, do you believe in aliens and UFO?
I think it can be, because you know, if we have the situation when people live
In this planet? Yes. So why not
yes,
the others? So it is quite possible. Okay. And another question, another exercise. So, Tatiana, open the handout, please. Vocabulary review. Fill in the blanks with the words from the list. But before it, we didn't discuss the actual vocabulary yet, right? So before the text, we've got the exercise and the definitions. For the words, we have to find the correct definition for each word. So Mary, what is intense?
Very strong.
Very strong. Good. Tatiana, what is rivalry?
I don't know.
Rivalry? Соперничество, right? Rivalry. It is, in one word, synonym is competition. Right, do you agree? Launched. Michael, what is launched?
Launched,
To be launched.
it's like start something, something like that. Maybe.
Sent out or start for the first time. Satellite, Mary, what is satellite?
Satellite, it's travel for the purpose of discovery. Sputnik, I don't know, I
Yes,
can't
a
say.
communication device in space.
Oh,
Satellite.
okay. Yes.
Good. Momentum, number 5. Tatiana, number 5.
Maybe keep something in operation? No?
A power of growth. Power of growth.
Growth, it's плечо?
Growth, рост.
Oh,
Power of growth. Growth. And плечо is shoulder.
No, moment in it's like physical. It's power of shoulder.
Okay.
Сила на плечо. I don't know how to explain.
Okay. Yes. Next word, Michael. Analysts.
It's people who analyze something.
People who analyze.
Yeah, people who
study information, find answers. Exactly, you're right. Exploration, Mary, what is it? Exploration?
Keep something to operation, look after.
Exploration.
Oh, or not. Exploration, travel for the purpose of discovery.
Travel for the purpose of discovery. Funding. Tatiana, what is funding? Can you give us a definition of this word? Funding.
Competition? No competition, no.
Money offered, often from the government, for this specific purpose. Funding. Do you know the translation of this word?
No, I don't know.
Mary, can you translate it? Funding.
Фонды определенные, ну, to help with money.
Yes,
To give somebody. Yes.
Agents. Number 9. Agents. Michael, what is it? Agents.
Agents. Okay, maybe it's the people who do something, or not the people, just organization who work with another organization and propose something.
Representatives.
Yeah, representatives.
Maintain, Mary, what is it? To maintain something.
Keep something in operation, look after.
Keep something in operation, look after. Maintain. Good. Do you know the translation of all of these words? Are they familiar to you, Mary?
Not
Do you know all of them?
not all.
Well, what words have you learned today?
Launched,
Launch. Launch. To launch.
launched,
Yes. Запускать.
meeting,
Good. Good of you.
поддерживать.
Okay. Let's try to train this active vocabulary. Vocabulary review. Exercise A. Fill in the blanks with the words from the list. Some words may not be used. We've got the words in the box. Can you see them? Intense, rivalry, launched, satellite, analysts, funding, maintain. So, Tatiana, you're welcome to the first sentence.
The new race. Who will win? In the 1950 and the US,
No, people already read this text.
uh-huh.
And so, if you want, you can read it for you to remember the active vocabulary better. So you're welcome to read. Okay.
And the Soviet Union had an intense rivalry.
Intense rivalry.
They both wanted to be the first to explore space. During the space age, the USSR launched the first satellite. Sorry. The US answered by putting the first astronaut on the moon. 50 years later, a new space race began gaining momentum.
Yes.
China, Japan, and India.
Japan. China, Japan, and India.
Japan and India have joined Russia and US in air and space race to the moon. Which country do you think will put the next man on the moon? Some space analysts think it will be Chinese taikonaut who walks on the moon next, rather than another astronaut from NASA. Space exploration technology is extremely costly. This modern race has less to do with science and more to do with finding. In some years, space exploration has been an international effort. Space agents from 5 different nations joined together to build and maintain the International Space Station. Space exploration should be a joint project. Others money should be spent on maintenance, peace, and could the World War take place on the moon?
Yes, thank you. So, what do you think about the last question? Could the next World War take place on the moon? Tatiana?
Good question. Chinese?
So let's hope not, right? Let's hope for the better. Do you agree?
Ukrainian. Maybe.
Yes, okay.
I know people who make rockets, so I think no.
Good, that's really great. Thank you. After the text, we've got the comprehension questions. We already answered them. And after the questions, there is an exercise. Can you see it? Mary, you're welcome to start the first sentence. The space?
The space analyst will look into what caused the spaceship to catch on fire.
To catch on fire. Good. Michael, the second sentence? Michael is not with us. Tatiana, you're welcome.
Which countries are taking part in the race to the moon?
Okay, Tatiana, not this exercise, next exercise.
Sorry.
China's space program requires more in order to put the next man on the moon. So, what word should we use in this case? Choose them from the box. Good.
Satellite?
So, what do you choose?
Maybe
Funding. Funding. Yes. Mary, next sentence.
While they are in space, the astronaut will maintain the International Space Station.
Good, thank you. Well done. Tatiana, number 4.
when the Russians analysts, yes,
Yes.
their first
It must be verb.
When the Russians first launched their first satellite,
some Americans
thought the space race was over. Yes, good of you. Thank you. Well done. Every next exercise, choose the word that best describes the highlighted word in a sentence. So, agents, the first sentence. You're welcome.
Agents from all 5 space programs will be at the conference. Agents, explorers, investigator, moonwalker, representatives. I think representatives.
It is D.
D.
Representatives. You're right.
Oh, representatives.
Agents, representatives. Next sentence, Tatiana. The political argument.
Political agreement of how much money should
is intense. Unfair, busy, surprised, or heavy. What do you choose? Unfair, busy, surprised, or heavy. Intense, and the synonym for it is heavy. Heavy, right. It is deep, heavy. Mary, number 3, you're welcome.
Interest in the space program has been losing momentum since the country fell into debt.
Yes, you're right. Time, power. You're right. Number 4, Tatiana.
The rivalry between the Russians and the Americans now occurs as international space programs.
Happiness, difficulty, passion, competition. Rivalry, and the synonym for it is?
I think competition.
Competition. Yes, exactly. You're right. Thank you. Mary, number 5.
So space exploration has only been possible in the last few decades. It is hard to imagine life without it.
Yes, exploration. So television viewing, exciting events, discoveries through travel, or working on the moon.
Discovery shows travel.
Through travel. Discovery through travel. This is exploration. Yes, thank you. Good of you. Next exercise. Some people think that American lunar landing never happened. What's your opinion on this theory, Mary?
I don't know. I watched a movie about this, and they have very good improvement that it's not happened. But I didn't know. Maybe it happened, maybe not. I'm not have a strong opinion about this question.
Tatiana, what do you think? Do you agree with Mary that it never happened, or do you disagree?
What means, sorry, what means lunar landing?
What did you say? I don't hear you.
Sorry, what means lunar landings?
Приземление на Луне.
Uh, I think it will be possible. Why not? Because now we have a lot of
So, do you think that
not,
it really
not,
happened or not? Did it take place in reality? Or it was just a film?
It happened before. It's about
History.
yes. We have picture in first page. Oh, this. Oh, not first. Not first.
We've got the picture on the second page of today's handout. Picture number 2, yes. An astronaut and the flag of the USA. Do you think that this event happened in reality or it was just a film, Tatiana?
I think it's reality. Yes.
It was in reality. Okay, thank you.
But why it's so windy without atmosphere in the moon?
So we know that there is no moon in outer space, no wind in the moon. It is a fact.
Tatiana, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe it's fake.
Yeah, maybe.
No one knows. Mary, do you think that countries will compete to own the moon?
No, why? Maybe more interesting is competition. Yes.
Competition to discover the moon, right?
Yes, because when people have competition, it's more productive sometimes to make maybe better result or faster do something.
Yes. Michael, another question is for you. Do you think space tourism will be common in your lifetime?
Yes.
Maybe, but if we think about space tourism like to fly very high and feel the how to say
Zero gravitation.
yeah without how to say without gravitation, yes, situation without gravitation, maybe, yes, it will be in the maybe in the next 10 years, and maybe now we have the same.
No, now we have this traveling.
But
I saw some program, but it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
It is very expensive.
It's only some plan, and its plan can take up. How to say?
Yes. What would you like to say?
Подняться. Fly up, maybe.
To start.
Very,
to depart. Yes.
to depart very high, and people can feel zero gravity.
And feel the earth gravity. Yes, I agree with you completely. But
only maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
It is possible. Yes. Good. Thank you. So, Mary, what have you remembered from today's class? What vocabulary have you learned?
Oh, today we read about competition between different countries because all of them want visit space and moon and explore space.
Yes. And do you know what does the UFO mean? The abbreviation of UFO?
I read unknown flying object. Yes.
Have you ever seen a photo of
maybe
a UFO?
Unknown flying object.
You're right. Have you ever seen a photo? Or do you know someone who has seen a UFO?
The movie Boris very like UFO, and so once he says that he saw that, but I think that it was firework.
I understand.
Sometimes it's my favorite job.
Tatiana, have you ever seen UFO?
In real life, no, I didn't see that, but in movie, yes.
Did you
I-
watch the movies about the UFO? What was the most scary one? What is
Sorry,
your favorite?
what is that?
What is your favorite movie about aliens, about UFO?
My favorite movie? I don't know. It's only a short movie on YouTube.
Yes. Was it interesting? What was it about?
Yes. So for me, it's very interesting, but I don't know. It's real or unreal. I don't know.
Okay. Good of you. Thank you. So, Michael, what have you remembered in today's class?
Hard to say. Because if you talk about remembering, we need to check it on the next lesson.
I didn't hear you. What do you say?
I saw that we need to check it on the next lesson because it's hard to say something about remembering now.
Yes, okay, I understand. So now I'd like you to train a little bit some more and have a dialogue about internet problems. Here is the link for you. We've got some time. Can you open it?
Yes.
Good.
Wow.
So let's listen to it first.
I would like to order some internet today.
What kind would you like?
What kind of internet is there?
You get DSL or dial-up?
Which of those two is best?
I would recommend DSL.
So that one's better?
It's better because it doesn't tie up the phone.
What do you mean by that?
DSL isn't connected to your phone line, but dial-up is.
So then I can't use my phone if I'm on the internet?
That's correct. With DSL, you can do both.
Okay. Do you understand the dialogue?
What means
Particular.
up?
Not all.
Not everything. So what didn't you understand?
What is it? DSL.
DSL. It's a question to Michael. Michael, could you please explain to us what is DSL?
It's something when we use now because dial-up is like a modem which call with the use of telephone line, and you need to use internet. You need to. I mean, before you need to make a call with the phone line and use special modem.
Okay, so let's read the dialogue. Mary and Tatiana, you're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
I would like to order some internet today.
What kind would you like?
What kind of internet is there?
You can get DSL or dial-up.
Which of those two is best?
I would recommend DSL.
Is that one better?
It's better because it doesn't fill up your phone.
What do you mean by that?
DSL is connected through your phone line, but dial-up is.
So that I can't use my phone if I'm on the internet?
That's correct. With DSL you can do both.
Thank you. Get reading. Next dialogue.
I need to get internet.
Which kind of internet connection do you want to get?
What kind can I get?
There is dial-up or DSL.
Which one do you feel is best?
I would get DSL if I were you.
DSL is better than dial-up?
It's the best choice. Plus, it won't tie up your phone line.
I'm not sure what that means.
Dial-up is connected through your phone, unlike DSL.
That'll make it impossible for me to use.
Exactly. With DSL, you don't have that problem.
Mary and Michael, you're welcome.
I need to get internet.
Which kind of internet connected do you want to get?
What kind can I get?
There is dial-up or
Dial
DSL.
up.
Dial-up or DSL.
Which one do you feel is best?
I will get DSL if I were you.
DSL is better than dial-up.
It's the best choice. Plus, it won't tie up your phone line.
I'm not sure what that means.
Dial-up is connected through your phone, unlike DSL.
That will make it possible for me to use.
Exactly. With DSL, you don't have that problem.
Yes, thank you. Good reading. I'd like to ask you to find the sentence which is conditional one. Conditional sentence in this dialogue. Can you find it? Can you read it?
If I were you. I would get DSL if I were you.
Yes, you're right. What type of conditional sentences is it?
Source. Impossible.
Impossible condition. In real. Unreal condition. Yes, unreal condition. You're right. Good of you. Well, and the next dialogue.
I'd like to have internet on my computer.
You know what kind of internet you would like to get?
What are my options?
You can get dial-up or DSL.
Which one would you recommend?
DSL is the best choice.
Why is DSL better?
It's a lot better because it doesn't tie up your phone line.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, with dial-up, your internet is connected by your phone line.
That means that I can't use my phone and the internet at the same time, right?
That's right. You won't have that problem with DSL.
Do you like the intonation of this dialogue? Tatiana?
Yes, it's fun.
It's fun. Well, Tatiana and Michael, you're welcome to read this dialogue.
I would like to get internet on my computer.
Do you know what kind of internet would you like, or you would like to get?
What are my options? Sorry.
You can either get dial-up or DSL.
Which one would you recommend it?
DSL is the best choice.
Why is DSL better?
It's a lot better because it doesn't tie up your phone line.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, with dial-up, your internet is connected by your phone line.
That means that I can't use my phone and the internet at the same time, right?
That's right, you won't have that problem with DSL.
Yes, thank you. Good reading. Can you find the modal verb in this dialogue? Tatiana? Where is the modal verb in this dialogue?
I
Can you
can't.
find any?
I can't.
Yes. Yes, can. So can is the modal verb in this dialogue. Good, well done, thank you. Okay, so are there any questions to today's topic? Mary, Michael, Tatiana?
Yes. What means tie up? Tie up.
Tie up. To be connected. Быть привязанным к чему-то. To be tied up to something.
And dial up?
Dial up. Набирать номер. To dial. To dial the number, for example.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mary, Michael, are there any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you for coming here. In case no questions, see you tomorrow. And
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for lesson.
you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.